In this video, we'll talk about solving absolute value equations. This makes it a little bit different than solving linear equations in that we'll have potentially two solutions to our equation. So if we take a look at an example here, let's say the absolute value of x is equal to 3. Now if we think about what absolute value means, these little lines here, this means distance from 0. So what this tells me is that x is 3 away from 0. I have no idea whether or not it's positive or negative, so this would tell me x has to equal 3 or x has to equal negative 3. Because if I think about it on a number line, if I'm 3 away from 0, that could be here at negative 3, or, as we usually think, with the positive side, positive 3. And this would just be kind of the guiding thought, is that we're looking at distance from 0. I don't know if it's positive or negative. So let's take a look at one that's more complicated than this, or than the absolute value of x equals 3. So I have an absolute value expression. I subtract 7, and I get 1. So the first thing I think we could do is probably move this 7 over by adding it to both sides. So absolute value of 2x plus 4 is equal to 8. Now at this point, what this is telling me is that, okay, you have absolute value of something and it's equal to 8, meaning that this expression, 2x plus 4, is either positive 8 or it's negative 8. So we're going to solve essentially two equations. Once I have it to where I have absolute value is equal to something, I can split this up and I can say either 2x plus 4 is equal to 8 or 2x plus 4 is equal to negative 8. And that would make sense because if I'm looking at this expression, it's 8 away from 0, but I don't know which way. Now at this point, I can solve both of these equations individually as I would. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So 2x has to equal 4, or 2x has to equal negative 12. Then we divide by 2, so x equals 2, or x equals negative 6. And those would be the two solutions I would have. Now, at times you'll be asked to plot the solution, so kind of like we did with the 3's. We may want to plot this solution on a number line. So let's say there's 0, that would mean I'd go up to 2, place a dot, and I'd go down to negative 6. And I'd also place a dot. So that would be our solution plotted on a number line as well. So both of these will work in this equation, and if you have doubt, feel free to plug them in and check. It should pan out if we took those back to the original equation. It's a way to check our work. Now the idea is you want to get it to where your absolute value expression is equal to a number, like we have right here. Now at this point, that's when you make the split. So you got either the positive case or the negative case. We have to consider both.